Join us on the Ari'ze Women Network, where our special guests will be speaking about economics, gentrification, colorism, film reviews, health and wellness, reparations, celebrity news, and entrepreneurship. Thank you, and be sure to tune in. Hello, good evening. This is Queen F of Ari'ze Women Network, and I'm bringing you my blog, Queen F Speaks, just to jump on here for a little bit. I had not planned on going live at all today. Believe me, had absolutely no plans. I had a busy day today. Today was a good day for me. Got out and took care of some things and felt pretty good. But of course, when we tuned into mainstream media, social network, news, just regular news, we get to see how crazy the world is. Lord and the Lord is soon to come. I mean, it's really, you have to laugh so you don't cry. It is just so much going on. And I want everyone out there to be very careful because I'm noticing, and a few other people I've talked and discussed it with, noticing that people's energy is off. People's equilibrium, energy, vibe, whatever you want to call it, it is totally off. And I don't know if it's someone told me it's a full moon. I don't know if that's what it is, but it's not feeling really good as far as if you look at the news, there are like streams of mass shootings going on. I mean, true enough, now I've been here on this earth for some time now. I've seen a lot. Okay, I grew up in a ghetto, grew up on the south side of Chicago, so pretty much I've seen a lot. Um, Not everything, but there's some pretty bad things that has happened that I'm knowledgeable to about. I know that people fight and whatever, people shoot each other, but never, as long as I've been alive, have I seen so many mass shootings. Every now and then you hear some shootings here and there, whatever, back in the day. Or you hear about the mom that had postpartum that drowned her kid. We had one or two stories like that. But here lately, people are just really acting strange. Uh, in the news the other day, there was a missing man and his three children that were just recovered and found in a river in the car. So apparently, I don't know. I don't want to make any, accusations, but uh, they were missing, and then the father and the three kids were found in the river. The kids were still in the car, and they drowned. Um, to me, it sounds like either that person, they drove into the river, the father with the kids, and murder suicide or whatever. The other thing I could think is that someone did that and let the car go in. My opinion is that, yeah, he took them out. That's my opinion. And that is so wrong. You're hearing so much 5-month-old babies got shot in the head in Chicago. The car was just sitting at, I guess, either on the road or something, or in the car, on the highway, or I don't know exactly where the car was, but the 5-month-old got shot in the head in Chicago. And it's not just Chicago. People want to feel like, oh, it's just Chicago. It's not just Chicago. It's everywhere. It's that Chicago just gets the attention. But, in Las Vegas, they had a shooting on the Strip. They claimed it was a false alarm. It wasn't a shooting. That was someone that broke glass or something, a window. But people were scattered and running because they thought or heard gunshots. And I'm told that that happens quite often out there, in Vegas. But they're not supposed to really talk about it in the news because allegedly it can hurt their tourism. So, we got the greedy monsters that want to hold on to their money and their finances and their share holders or whatever, and don't want bad media in their city. And I totally get it. I understand. But people still need to know who live there. They still need to know what's going on in their area, in their environment. I think it's only fair. People pay their taxes, they pay their rent or mortgage. They need to know what's going on in their environment. So, a lot going on. I tell you, we need to pray. We need to, whatever, get your crystals out, your cards out, or whatever. I mean, you can get your cards out. The people that read the cards, okay, you tell people what it is, but we need solutions. We need to, if we have to do like Dick Gregory and all of us go on a fast for 6 months or a year, whatever, we need to do it because it's something's not feeling right. Ever since the pandemic, 3 years ago, it's been off. People's energy has been off. Um, and I want people to please stay alert. Um, like my nephew said, he keeps his head on a swivel. Keep your head on a swivel. That means watch your surroundings wherever you go. Try to travel in a pair or groups. If you don't feel safe, if you're in an environment that you know is not safe, there's a lot of smash and grabs going on in LA. They're hitting the jewelry stores and Starbucks today announced they will be closing up 6 Starbucks in LA, closing shop. They reportedly, the young man said that people wouldn't be losing their jobs. They're just going to go to another Starbucks. Okay, that's good. That's fine. But people are getting out of Dodge with the violence, with people sitting there trying to have a cup of coffee or a lunch date with their friends, and they're getting robbed. LA, whatever, different states. I won't just say Chicago, like the news likes to keep talking about Chicago. It's not just Chicago, it's everywhere. People's energy is off. They're doing crazy things. Be safe out there. Um, I'm gonna play a news story that really alerted me. It just it hurt me to see it. Because for some reason with YouTube, they're dropping. It's look like that the people that I normally am subscribed to, I'm not seeing their YouTube channels. I'm seeing other news like fear tactic news, like every bad thing that's going on, possibly could be going on in the world. It's hit my YouTube stream. It's hit my YouTube, uh, recommendation. Why are you recommending that I look at this? Why are you recommending that I have this, keep seeing bad things going on? Because believe me, there are good things going on out there. There are good people doing things out there. There are movie stars, there are athletes, there track stars that are winning awards, and people getting awards and getting deals and finances and houses and real estate, things like that. There are people that are really doing good out there, but I'm not seeing that in my feeds. I'm not seeing that in my social media feeds. So this is all designed to put us on a lower vibration. That's what it's designed to put our energy on a low vibration, so that we're living in fear. When you live in fear, you have stress. When you have stress, your blood pressure goes up, and when you're not eating right, it goes up. And that's why I would suggest everybody try to, you eat your food, what you want to eat, your meats, but try to eat more fruits and vegetables. Because I'm telling you now, I've been feeling all balanced, and I have my health issues or whatever. But when I eat more vegetables, particularly green bell peppers, I get balance. I feel better. It's okay to eat vegetables for breakfast. We've got to break some of the molds and the things that we were taught or how we lived as kids. We can't eat the same things and be the same way that we were when we were younger. We're older, but people's energy is off. Domestic violence is up. They said that during the pandemic, there were a lot of calls to the police, of domestic um, squabbles, fights, or whatever. And a lot of people get hurt and die behind those calls, okay? From the police officers to the civilians or the man or woman that's being assaulted, abused. Um, so we've got to be really aware of our surroundings. Keep your head on a swivel, baby. When you're out shopping, don't wear no fashionable, expensive looking jewelry. They're walking up to people, snatching their jewelry. They're saying that the watches are a hot item. Please please don't text me while I'm on a live video. Nobody knows that I'm on unless they're looking or listening. So anyway, like I said, keep your head on a swivel, baby. I'm going to play you a news story that tore my heart up. But you know what? This news story happened in 2019, and I'm just wondering why things are going under the radar. Why are they hiding certain news from us? Because we need to know. And I'm going to speak in Ebonics because certain things that you say can get you kicked off of YouTube. I don't want my channel shut down, okay? I've got a lot of projects that I'm bringing forth, I do documentaries and I'm going to be bringing on some wonderful guests, even maybe a movie in the future. So I'm not trying to get shut down. So I'm just going to say, when I say candy, that means a little jab in the arm, a little pinch in the arm, candy. Ever since the candy, we ate the candy, took the candy, people have been acting really strange. Even before then, with the COVID, when that hit the airways, people start acting a little strange. But with the candy, people really acting strange. Rest in peace to the people that didn't survive, during the COVID. And it's still going on. Now they're talking about going back to masks in LA. So I tell you what, when they start going back to masks, and when, like, I went to Walmart today, every worker's had on masks. I'm wearing masks too. You got yours on? I'm wearing masks too. Okay, I don't care how they tell you don't have to wear them, baby. It's time to put them back on because something going on out there. They not telling you. They letting y'all go on all these cruises and going out to Vegas and spending all your money up and going on vacation. But guess what? It's still out there. We're still in a pandemic. Isn't that something? But hey, it is what it is. We've got to continue to live. Don't let fear drive you away. We all get depressed, so don't feel alone. Try not to isolate yourself. Get out the house, get around people, get around family, friends, even if you just go out for lunch, and pick up the phone and call people. This texting thing is driving me loopy, okay? Because I can text a person and be trying to talk to them, and they like trying to almost get me off the text. Everybody's in their own little world, but pick up the phone and actually audibly talk to people. People need to hear your voice. They need to feel love. They need to hear love. Pick up the phone and say, hey, I just called to say I love you. Who's that? Stevie Wonder that wrote that? I just called to say I love you. Or just say hello. Hey, what's up? What's going on? You good? Check on people. People are depressed, People going through. People have lost their jobs. Some people had to walk away from their businesses, their good jobs, because they didn't want to take the candy, or because they didn't want to, submit, So people are hurting out there. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Okay, we do a lot of work on here, um, research and documentaries, and more things coming up. Um, Hit the Cash App. I'm gonna play this video. I'm not gonna play the actual. I'm play the audio because we're just doing a um, podcast today. Um, but yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Donate to the channel, Cash App, $ Queen F Ari'ze 3. Okay, enough of that housekeeping. I really hate when people get on Facebook on their YouTube channel, and as soon as they channel come on, you see a big old PayPal and Cash App me across the screen. As soon as you get on there, it drives me loopy. That's gonna be my MO. It drives me loopy. Yeah. I mean, we get on here and beg people for money, but you know what? Sometimes this is people's lifeline. Okay. Some people on here making $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 a month. Not over here, but it's all good though. Because I'm trying to bring the news. I'm trying to alert the people. I'm trying to give y'all awareness of what's going on in the environment. It's a lot going on. A lot going on. Pay attention. Keep your head on a swivel and try not to get in an argument with anyone, including family. Okay, because when people are close to you, they have more invested, they have more passion. You ever heard about crimes of passion? That's what they mean. That's people that know people, or they have a link to them, and they've either been knowing them a long time or they're passionate about them. But then, we got crazy people that, of course, sit up and they do mass shooting. They shoot people they don't know, which is crazy. That's all crazy. It's all crazy. But yeah, domestic violence is no joke. They have a new number that's simple for if you're a part of being abused. I think it's 988, because I guess they felt like that 1-800 number was too long for people to know or remember. So yeah, I want you guys to yeah, 988 is for domestic violence. Anybody you want to talk to, you're feeling, I'm sorry, it's for suicide prevention, but however you're feeling, if you're being abused, call that number. But I'm going to play this audio of a news story that happened in Georgia in 2019. It's an old story, but it just came up 12 days ago. I don't understand why we're just learning about this, and it's sad. It's a Georgia man pleads guilty to stabbing and beating his mother and his baby mama. Lord Jesus, it's so sad. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this, and I want you guys to just listen. Let me take down this here music, pause this, and here we go.
A Fayette County man will spend the rest of his life behind bars for the murders of his mother, who is a popular doctor, as well as his own wife and unborn child.
Fox 5's Doug Evans reports tonight the triple murder case both shocked and saddened the community.
Dr. Kathy Edwards had been a popular physician here in Fayette County, associated with Piedmont Hospital. Her son, Johnny Edwards, who stabbed and beat her with a baseball bat, along with his wife and unborn son, had been a standout on the football field, one of the top high school players of his time. And so prosecutor Marie Broder said this was a triple homicide that echoed not just through this community, but beyond.
I recall the day that this happened. It rocked the community. It rocked me. I mean, what a violent act.
Fayette County 911, status emergency.
December 7th, 2019, Fayette County 911 received a chilling phone call from Dr. Kathy Edwards' home.
Yes, I killed my mother and my wife.
It was her son, Johnny Edwards, who was 34 at the time. He was waiting for police on the front steps of his mother's house. They would find him covered in blood. Dead inside was Dr. Kathy Edwards and Johnny's young pregnant wife, Venus Quanta. They had both been stabbed and beaten with a baseball bat. Venus was pregnant with the couple's first child.
It was just so brutal, and just, I go back to the word violent. I can't imagine their final moments. And Dr. Edwards was a beloved member of this community, and rightfully so, her and her husband. And this was a crime that echoed not just in a neighborhood, but an entire county and beyond that.
In Fayette County Court this past week, Edwards pleaded guilty but mentally ill to 2 counts of malice murder, ending this painful saga for the families as well as the community. Edwards will serve a life sentence without the possibility of parole.
And I wanted to send a strong message. I know my assistant, Dan Hyatt, agreed, as well as the sheriff, Sheriff Babb. We all wanted to send a strong message that when a crime occurs that is this heinous, the life in prison without the possibility of parole is the appropriate sentence, and that's always what we were striving for.
In Fayette County, Doug Evans, Fox 5 News.
Okay, so yeah, that story really, and then to see the picture of the mom and the girl. Well, they said his wife, so they were married, and it was a triple homicide because the wife was pregnant, so he essentially killed his own child also, and then the mother, and then the wife. So it's just really sad. Like I'm saying, the energy is off. The equilibrium is off. And like I said, I've lived many years and I've seen a lot and heard a lot and news stories. And I don't know, maybe it's because we're more accessible to social media and to constant news cycles. Instead of back in the day, you can turn on the news and the news would be from 4 or 5 prime time, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. like a 5-hour news cycle. But now we're getting a 24/7 news cycle, so that could be it also. But it's not just that. It's family members. I think this is in another major city where family members were fighting, and like I say, be careful, preserve your own peace. And if that means you have to be alone for that day or for whatever amount of time, just get to yourself. If you feel like you're off balance or something is not right, talk about it. Call someone, let them know, but don't argue with people. This is what one of my YouTube friends or whatever, he's a YouTube channel person. I get mad at him sometimes because of what he be saying, how he says or whatever. But most of the time he has some good topics, some very knowledgeable. He said, do not argue with people. I don't care if they are family members, do not argue with people. And don't think because you on the keyboard, behind the keyboard on social media, you can talk and say what you want to say, because you can't do that either. Because it's not hard for some people or officials to get your IP address. Of course, officials know where you are anyway. Your phone tells people, you tell the whatever officials where you are. It is a tracking device, pretty much, but normal everyday people, we got some thugs and people that you may not even would think know how to hack and get it to and find out where your IP address is. And they will roll up on your ass and light you up. So don't do it. Don't get behind the keyboard, like to say, be the keyboard preacher, not the keyboard preacher. You want to preach or whatever, encourage people, that's fine. But don't get on social media talking crap. And I do it sometime though, but then I'll look back and I'll delete my comment or whatever, because I'm like, I don't want to leave that on there. Because now they'll go behind when you try to do something, you think you finna do something or become ahead of something, they'll go back through your social media. The comedians have gotten hit with that. They'll go back through their social media and say, oh, you said this. Remember Kevin Hart? He said something years ago and he was going to host the Oscars, and they snatched that and went, 15 years ago, you said this on social media. Yeah. So no, you don't want to do that. But, you have to have an outlet. So if that means you go to therapy, go to therapy. Get your therapy. Get whatever it is that you need, to help yourself to, stay on top of your mental health. That's the main thing. That's the problem I'm seeing now, is that the mental health is what is affecting people. During the pandemic, people were locked in and they pretty much, you didn't know what was on their mind. But now the doors are open. It's summertime. People are out. Now people are like just flipping. They're flipping out. So I just wanted to bring that so that, I just want people to be really careful. Um, Even with loved ones, like I say, when someone's close to you, they have a vested interest, or longevity. Excuse me, they have longevity with you, either as a sibling or as a wife or a husband. Do not take people for granted. Do not talk to people any kind of way. Respect people. Talk to people the way you want them to talk to you. I remember years ago, there was this young lady, her and her boyfriend. They said that she was in bed, and he said something crazy and said something like, "Oh, bitch, shut up," and turned around and went to sleep, and she killed him. She turned around and sliced him, pretty much sliced him. And people, you just don't know. And then we have a family friend that my mom knew, a set of twin women. They were cute, and they were older, like in their 40s, 50s. And one of the set of twins, her and her husband were found dead. Her daughter found them. It was a murder suicide, but he was always quiet. And she would do things like kind of talk down to him and kind of ridicule him, in front of people. And I don't know what happened, but that man snapped. And we just have to be careful. Do not take people for granted. Everybody has a story, everybody has feelings. Um, but then sometimes you could just not be doing anything and then people still will, act out. So we got the mental illness. So, we just have to be aware. I don't think people with mental illness should own guns, whatever. They need to kind of work that out. And then we got the politicians. It's all about them, and people are hurting. People are hurting financially. I think that's why there's a lot of smash and grabs and things like that. People are hurting. People have lost their jobs. They're evicting. The eviction moratorium has been lifted, and people are getting thrown out from left to right. Okay, homelessness is abounding. In LA, California, they say they're lined up, homeless tents, people sleeping out on the streets, in Las Vegas, you'll see the YouTubers there filming, yeah, this is Las Vegas. Then you'll see homeless people, and then they'll try to pan over where you can't see them. It's like, but we've got all this land as people, as a universe. Look at all this beautiful land that God has blessed us with. But they'll have one or two rundown shelters in its major cities, like Las Vegas. The worst shelter, okay? I've been to one, okay? I know. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I don't know. I hope they don't strike my channel down, but it's the truth. It's shameful. You're in $1 billion industry city, and you only have 2 decent or 3-4 decent shelters, halfway decent shelters, And then we've got all this land, though, especially in the Midwest. There's beautiful land, trees and greenery everywhere. And a homeless person. It's wrong. It's ridiculous. And you know what? I think Mother Nature, God, whoever you want to call him, Goddess, Mayette, whatever your higher power is, they getting tired of this crap down here. And they gonna come and they gonna light us all on fire. Now, I hope they don't light us all, because some of us are living our best and trying to be best and trying to, help others. So hopefully we don't get caught up in that negativity, that craziness is going to happen. It needs to happen, though. Some people need to lay down and not wake up. It's some crazy folks out here that terrorize a family and the environment and people. They need to put them in a room and just sit them there and let them just terrorize themselves. How about that? But it's sad. I tell you, you got to laugh so you won't cry. And then we got YouTubers against one another. Why are y'all out there picking on little Vicky Dillard? I like her. I know she kind of goes off the rails a little, but I see other YouTubers that are posting they're doing their YouTube channel about her, speaking negatively. Leave that woman alone. Let Vicky do Vicky. Leave Vicky alone. If she ain't hurt nobody, leave her alone. And then we got some YouTubers that are taking other YouTubers' uh, business names and running out and getting the LLCs on. I will not mention his name, but you're wrong. He know who he is. Remind me of Michael Jackson when they said back in the day when him and Paul McCartney was working on the Say video, and they'd just be sitting around talking, and Paul McCartney was telling Michael Jackson, allegedly, he was telling him, yeah, man, I think, publishing is really where the money is. If you get publishing rights and stuff, you can make a good money, and he said, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get the Beatles catalog. They said Michael Jackson ran out again. And not only on the Beatles catalog, but all half of Sony's catalog. That brother was a smart brother. I tell you, rest in peace, MJ Michael Jackson. I'm sorry we didn't do a video on him, but we got August is his birthday is coming up, so we'll do something on MJ. MJ was a bad brother. I wish people would quit putting him down like he's just the king of pop. He wasn't just the king of pop, he was the king of rock, soul. I won't say soul because that's James Brown, but he was also the king of business because he owned half of Sony, which is probably why he here. But anyway, allegedly, that's a whole nother subject. But I tell you, these people on social media, YouTubers, sit y'all asses down and get together and try to get our damn reparations. How about that? Instead of sitting up talking crap about each other, running off with people money and stuff like that. If that doggone Umar do not open up that damn school, I'm gonna croak. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I ain't ready to go, Lord. Please, I got much more to do. I'm just saying, brother, would you please open up a school? I don't care if it's in a gym room in somebody's high school. Open up that black school and sit your ass. But don't sit down. Keep doing your little speeches from town to town, but please open up that school and don't take nobody money. Come on then, y'all. Because y'all make it bad for the ones of us that is out here trying. Here, Queen F is trying to get a little cash out to keep her network going. And I'm sure I'll get the support. And it's not just about that. It's about helping people, encouraging, continue to rise, continue to do you, but be safe out there. That's my whole thing. Be safe. Keep your head on the swivel. Stay alert at all times. If you got young people living in your household and you know they're out there committing crime, sit down and have a talk with them. If you're in fear of them, get the hell away or get them out your house, but do not be a part of it. Because this is I know that the kids out there hurting. They don't have the jobs. Sure enough, they shipped a lot of jobs out of America and things like that. I understand. I get it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I grew up in poverty too, but I worked temp jobs. I did what I had to do. I got bad feet now from walking in high heels up and down the L tracks in Chicago, going downtown to the temp jobs. And walking up them long stairs and getting back home. I know. I worked at the House of Blues as security officer, securing the entire Marina City. Okay, doing rounds by myself. People in security know what that is. You do rounds. That means you secure the whole building by yourself. I did it. And then got off at 2 a.m. and went home to my sons. And had to walk sometime from the L when the bus wasn't coming at 2 a.m. So I know the struggle is real, but get out there, go to school, get your education, do what you got to do, get your little jobs, and start a business. But don't take from nobody, because Right is right, wrong is wrong. It's gonna come back to you. Karma is both good and bad. If you do good, good will come back to you. That's karma. But if you do bad, bad will come back to you. That's karma. So karma is not a bad thing. It's just the universe that is reflecting what you're doing. It's like a reflection, looking in the mirror. So speak good, speak goodwill of others, stay safe out there, keep your head on a swivel, as my nephew say. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this video because I've got a upcoming docu-series that I'm working on called Out of the Ashes, docu-series on Black music. And I'm going to play the trailer now, and I'm gonna get on off here because I'm burning up. I need to turn my air conditioner back on. All right, you guys, you be blessed and have a wonderful week. Be safe out there, and please be sure to like, subscribe, share this video, and if you'd like to come on and talk about what's going on in the news or whatever, hit me up, and I'll get back to you. And you be blessed. Back in the 70s, and sure, people did all kind of crazy things, but hey, they did them. They lived their life and they had a good time. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to Black Music Out of the Ashes, episode number 1, Donna Summers Disco. And we're going to feature on the next episode Sylvester. Sylvester's one of the other most influential artists of disco and NRG and soul music. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to like and subscribe, and be blessed. Join us on the Rise Women Network, where our special guests will be speaking about economics, gentrification, colorism, film reviews, health and wellness, reparations, celebrity news, and entrepreneurship. Thank you, and be sure to tune in. back in the 70s, and sure, people